family, friends, and fellow graduates. I'm absolutely honored to be standing here representing the graduating class of 2011. On behalf of the graduates, I would like to thank you for joining us on this auspicious occasion. Graduation is a time of reflecting on the past and looking on toward the future. It is that we as graduates get together for one last hurrah before moving on to bigger and better things. This year we have a very unique group of students who are graduating. We have been through so much together and changed and grown together. Samuel Beckett once said, "Ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail better." Today our graduating class is 219 strong. The strongest graduating class that John Oliver has seen this past decade. This is because we never gave up and we tried again and again until we succeeded. There will be one cherished classmate who will not be with us as we graduate. Karnveer Hare passed away on July 16, 2009 after a tough battle with cancer. He had a profound impact on many lives during his brief tenure at John Oliver. And though he is not here in person today, we all carried his spirit across the stage. A lot of us began this journey through John Oliver feeling influence. And frankly, I don't think much has changed since then. We may not look the same anymore, but just thinking about the fact that this journey has now come to an end and crossing the stage tonight, that same nervous feeling comes back, and that exciting tingle as the Crosby's score that winning goal. Together we have had many ups and downs, but in the long run we have stuck together. Taking a page out of Mr. Bondi's book, I am proud to say we are not just classmates, but a family. The administration and staff have done a great job guiding us all through this journey, but in reality, we should also be thanking each other. For when we struggled with that English assignment or couldn't solve that math problem, we went to our friends or that smart kid in our class for help before the teachers. When we hesitated to do something, the first thought that came to our heads was, what would my friend think if I did this? And not what would my parents and teachers think if I did this? As a social group, we lived to please our peers. We were timid grade 8s. We were lucky to find their way into class on time. Friendships quickly developed from once rival schools. This was an exciting time in our lives. We were given new privileges as well as new responsibilities, and then came grade 9. By now, these new friendships were stronger, and no one even remembered which elementary school we came from. We now belong to John Oliver. We spent grade 10 with fewer people, but nonetheless, we worked hard in school and played harder on the soccer fields and basketball. Sadly, that track dynasty that we once had is now starting to crumble. After winning the track city championships for many years, we finally lost. Grade 11 was a year we used to experiment. We tried new haircuts, made new friends, had new parties, and thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. That brings us to grade 12. Everyone always told me grade 12 goes by fast, but I never imagined it would be this fast. 1 year, one last year, what a year it has been. We finally did it. We completed 13 years of education. We finally completed grad transitions. And here we are all together for one last time. As we end this glorious chapter of our lives, a new one begins. We have a fresh blank page ahead of us. It is up to us to grab our pens and write our own stories. I ask you as grads to take this opportunity to write an unforgettable chapter filled with fulfillment of your dreams and desires. Let us take what we have learned and let it guide us through our futures. Let us build on our experiences to better for ourselves. We hold the key to our own futures. There is a lot of power inside us waiting to be unleashed. I would like to say a special thank you to the hardworking staff of John Oliver. There is no other staff that knows almost everyone by name. They have been influential in helping us get to this day. Thank you. It takes a truly special person to be a teacher. John Oliver is lucky enough to have some of the most special teachers in the world. There is not a more caring group of teachers out there. They push you to your limits because they can see what you are really capable of, even if you yourself are unable to see it. They have helped me as well as my fellow graduates to get to this day. In the end, it's not about the quizzes or those test marks. It's about what you have gained as a person that truly matters. It's about learning more about yourself and trying to better yourself. I think that the teachers tried their best to teach us this valuable lesson, and for that, I would like to thank them. Now, our administration is a unit. We started with Mr. Moore, Mr. Burnham, and Mr. Hartman. Now we have Mr. Bondi, Mr. Hartman, and Dr. Gerzenko. That only leaves out the missing puzzle piece that was our great administrator for almost 3 years. Mr. Sheik, you may have left us for a point grade, but we are glad that you were here with us today, because without you, this night would be incomplete. On behalf of the graduating class, I would like to congratulate you on your promotion to principal, but would also like to say we missed you for our final stretch of high school. Thank you to all for standing in the halls and yelling at us to make sure we were in class on time. Mr. Bondi, Mr. Hartnick, Mr. Sheik, and Dr. Garcia, all four of you made this final year of high school amazing. This commencement ceremony can be as difficult for us as it is for us. The graduates. This morning, our parents woke up and got ready to see their children graduate from high school. This is the day that they eagerly anticipated, yet that one of them brings out lots of tears. After tonight, they will no longer be parents of children, but rather parents of young men and women who will be sent well prepared to the real world. I have been blessed to have parents who have helped me in every way possible to get to this day. I would like to thank everyone, big and small, who has helped each and every one of us get here today. Whether it's a parent, a grandparent, a guardian, aunt, uncle, or neighbor, you have inspired us and made it possible to me. A generous thank you is well deserved. Over the past 5 years, we have attended, or at least we should have attended, about 935 school days at John Wall. That does not include the numerous hours spent on homework, studying, and exams. On the other hand, Oscar Wilde wrote, "Education is an admirable thing, but it is well to remember from time to time that nothing worth knowing can be taught." We have made bonds between friends that will never be broken. We have made memories that will last a lifetime. There is something much stronger and more valuable than any formula we could have learned in chemistry. It is a special type of bond. It is not ionic, but just as powerful. The gift of friendship is something that can never be taught. It is something that is experienced. I have been so fortunate to be experiencing this gift with some of the most amazing people in the world. We laughed together, we cried together. We laughed so hard, we were practically crying together. My friends have been there for me when I need them the most, and I for them. We have had our ups and downs, but in the end, there is nothing more special than those epic moments where you stay up all night, spend all lunch trying to finish that English project that's due third block, and you still don't finish. If by now we haven't learned the gift of friendship, then we really haven't learned anything at all. It doesn't have to involve spending every waking moment together. It is a gesture, big or small, that shows someone that you really care about them and appreciate them in your life. A truly inspirational teacher once told me not to be the person that others expect me to be, but rather the person I want to be. I cannot think of anything better to ask my fellow graduates this. I hope you all live your lives to your heart's content and that you take the path in life that leads you to the most happiness, because in the end, that's all that matters. We are really lucky to watch the Canucks in one of their best seasons ever as they try to win home cup. Last night's game might have been disappointing, but we're still up in this series and now we got a chance to take it at home. Sorry, Mr. Hartnick, it's not the Flames. Sorry, Mr. Sheik, it's not Montreal. Good luck to the grads, no matter where your path may lie. Remember, carpe diem, seize the day. For the futures, I hope our worries stay small. Past the stars, let's reach for the heavens. We are the grads of 2011. Go Canucks.
Well said, well said. I would now like to call up the principal, Mr. Bondi, to officially conclude the school leaving ceremony for the John Oliver class of 2011. Mr. Bondi.
Thank you, Nathan, for your valedictory address. You captured the essence of democratic potential of public education, and to borrow from your speech, it's my hope that all of you do build on these JO experiences to better yourselves and others around you. Again, thank you. The evening's going to end in a few minutes with a processional and a chance for some handshakes and hugs in the foyer with family and friends. Before we do that, a celebration like this takes a great deal of energy, time, and a commitment from many people. And I'd like to take a few moments, just a few moments, to thank these people. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the parents. Having most of your kids in my office over the last 3 years, I know how tough it is to be a parent. I want to thank you for entrusting us with your children for the past 5 years. I don't think you realize it, but 40% of their waking hours in these last 5 years have been spent with us at JO, and the product that you see in front of you is really a combination of our efforts together. So thank you, parents, and thank you for believing in John Oliver. On the stage are guests who represent the individuals and organizations in our community that directly support and encourage our students with their interest and scholarships, and we thank you for your support and generosity. I'd like to thank Ms. Lauman, Mr. Leung, and the grad committee who organized your dinner dance and grad events. Thank you, Ms. Lauman. I'd like to thank Mr. Dyke, our school trustee. He is a firm believer and supporter of all things JO, and I think that's saying a lot, and I think it speaks to where we are, where we've been, and where we always will be. We are a great community in South Vancouver, so thank you, Mr. Dyke, for supporting us. I want to thank Mr. Sang and our band. Our band and choir, when we started, when I came here 3 years ago, our band had maybe 12 kids in it, and our choir had maybe 30 in total. We now have a band with, I think, over 90 kids enrolled in it, and the choir you heard tonight. So Mr. Sang, where are you? Thank you so much for everything. I want to thank the office staff, Ms. Minato, Ms. Naresh, Ms. Dunbar, Mrs. Verge for producing the program, organizing the scholarship certificates, and still finding time to run the school. People think I do it, but it's not true. So thank you to my secretaries. I want to go on and thank my two vice principals, Ms. Garzito, who knew that the little Friulana from northern Italy could look so good in a sari. It's kind of broken the ethnic mold. I'm waiting for Amit Thakur to jump up with an accordion right now, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And of course, a thank you to the man who, like it's been for you, through his words and actions, helps me learn more about myself every day, Mr. Harpenick. And now, finally, two more thank yous. For 5 years, she's been committed to helping you grow and develop your unique talents. And for some of you, they are unique. From her desire to engage you around the thoughts and reality of academic success, to the hope of changing your lives through a belief that excellence is synonymous with goodness. I'd like to join me, please. I'd like you to join me in thanking your counsel for the past 5 years, Ms. Wendy Johnson.